Hey, what's up, everyone? So it's day 6, Enemy Buster Day. This is a fun day. This is essentially the entire week summed up to use all that progress that we did for day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to test our heroes, see our progress, and essentially have some fun out there. Getting burned and garrisoning and making war. This is a really fun day if you actually take some time to engage with it. Typically, from what I've experienced, usually the first few hours of Enemy Buster are the most active. So if you're not a strong player, it's probably best to shield for the first 12 hours. The reason why is because you have all the stronger opponents come in and they typically wipe you out, ending your Enemy Buster Day fairly quickly. So, if you want to participate, I suggest throwing up a shield for at least the first 12 hours. That way, it gives you time to, gather all the other stuff, send out your UR trade trucks, send out your gold tasks. And develop your gameplay, and then after the 12-hour time you can go ahead and start using your free versus teleport that's available this day, to go ahead and go into the other server, see if there's anybody with their shield down, and essentially attack. So if you watch my last video, you'll know that there's a 5-minute cooldown to use this feature. So once you have that feature available, go ahead, go into the enemy server, scout around, see anybody that doesn't have a shield that you may be able to take on yourself, and go ahead and teleport over there. Sometimes it may be best not to be so close in contact, because one of these commanders can easily drop their shield and start plundering you. So maybe this approach might not be the best for you if you are a lower level player and you just want to get some hits in. Another thing you can do, if you are a lower level player, is you can look for any mines that are being occupied around these bases to see if there's anything worth hitting where you can go ahead and attack. So we'll just go here for right now, just to check. So we have this commander over here, level 28, mostly troops, doesn't have a high kill rate. So I feel like I'm comfortable enough attacking this one. If I really needed to, I can go ahead and take that easy kill. Typically, for these kind of resource tiles hits, I don't come close quarters with it because it's a dead giveaway. What I would rather do is I would possibly look for another tile someplace further away, at least look for like a minute away, and then I would go ahead and send my guy out there to go ahead and wait nearby and launch an attack. So for instance, this commander is level 30. Not too many kills here. Power level tells me that they have a fair bit amount of troops, so they may or may not have battled today. So that would be a good target for me to look out for, because I am a level 29. I have a decent amount of kills here, over 3 million. And my base power right now is about 61 million, so I feel fairly confident that I can take on this person with this base power. So we'll check on my squad. They're moving around. One thing you want to keep in mind on Enemy Buster Day, if you are doing tile hits, please use tiles to move around. Don't just simply go directly into attack mode and attack a tile head on from far away. What's going to happen is you're going to give away your position, alert the enemy that an attack is initiated, and then prompt a response. So they may appear right next to you and rally a barrage of attacks, which won't be ideal. So one thing you want to look for when you are attacking tiles from a long range is you don't want to be in open space like this. That's a terrible way to battle. You should look for a space somewhere out here where there's a lot of commanders that are just idling by. You don't want to appear in an area where there's an active alliance. That way you can attack from cover. So here you can see that there's some room here where you can hide and still be nearby your target. So what you can do is from that place, you can use this gathering mine to get right next to your opponent. Another thing you can do is once you get close by, you can even use one of these just to be fairly close, one of these 3 mines to get fairly close, and use one that's further out, that's closer in line with your target, so that way when your troops are marching, they'll march right through and you can initiate the attack last second, closing that time gap between the attacks so that the enemy doesn't get alerts that there's an attack happening. And you'll see an attack symbol here, and that'll alert the enemy that there's an attack going on. So plan your attacks ahead of time. That way the opponent doesn't become aware that an attack is happening. And once you're done, you'll notice the health bar up here next to your hero. If it's somewhere near yellow or red, you want to call off your attacks and just return home. Preferably not back at base, especially if you just attack. You won't be shielded, so this would be a really bad idea, especially if you're engaging with your opponent who already knows where your home base is. You don't want to bring them home to where you are, because likely they will take advantage of a person that's unguarded and rally a barrage of attacks on them. So what you would want to do instead of doing that is go ahead and find a hiding spot, which my hiding spot's right here, and hide there. This will be the most ideal scenario after you finish an attack. You want to be sure if you are sending attacks from long range, you don't spend a lot of time in the other server once the attack has been initiated and you're done. Don't wait for your troops to come back. Just use the versus teleport back immediately. Especially if your troops are in the red, you just want to get out of there as fast as possible. And then you could just rinse and repeat until you get your points for the day. So if you've watched my last video, you'll know that up here, there's this return symbol here where you can use to return back home, or you can go to your versus right here, versus bubble, go over to Alliance Assault and use the return feature. Either which way is a good one to use, but this one's fairly easy. If you are already at your enemy's base, you can just use this feature to come back home and slot back in. So be sure if you are shielded and you're coming back home that you come back single file and you clean up these lines, patching up any holes. Do not return around Martial Guard if you're not an R4 or R5 of the team. We want to reserve this space around Martial Guard for leadership, so that way when we do martial guard, we do the most damage, since each one offers a attack boost. So try to leave this room around martial guard open for the leaders, so that they can come back and form back in line, so that way when we do run martial guard throughout the week, uh, we can deal the most damage possible. So you saw there was an attack. So right now Boba is being attacked by this person over here. You see how I'm quickly able to find this person, even though it already gave me their location. This guy came from really far. If I wanted to, I can scare him, but that's not necessary. All right, so few people are attacking. Now let's chase, see if this person came back to home base. Some shield are dropping now. Now, I've been battling this opponent for a while now. Easily found this guy. So the question is, should I attack or not attack? But let's check the rankings if I need to. He's a close call for top points, so I'm gonna hold off for now. But that's essentially what you want to look out for enemy buster, is those things. Really fun day to engage and have some fun. Don't worry about losing all your troops. I mean, you can always rebuild them. You know, they'll grow back. Don't worry. Oops. So that's enemy buster in a nutshell. You get points for attacking your opponent. You also get points for attacking any other member that isn't part of your alliance. But the most points you get from enemy buster is sending these gold trucks and these gold tasks out. Don't waste your secret task or gold truck. They offer great rewards, so try your best to send these out gold. It's the best thing for you. It'll help your growth and progress in game. If you're free to play, this is the time to exhaust some of your resources. Another thing I want to cover is that when commanders are under attack, do not put out their fires until they are back online and capable of shielding. What's going to happen is, if they are not online and they continue to get attacked, they're only going to get burned again. So your 100 gems that you just used just went to waste, because now this person's vulnerable. He's going to continue to get attacked, and there's not going to be any room, any compensation for putting out a fire that's just going to be reignited again. So don't waste any gems until the person is back online, shielded, or teleports to a safe place, so that way they can have their fire put out and just go about their day. So that's another thing about enemy buster, is save your gems. Wait till they have a shield on, so that way they can throw a shield on and go about their day. So And if you see me on fire, let me be on fire. And most times I put out my own fire when I'm done attacking, but I typically spend most of the day without a shield on fire because I'm usually out battling. But that's just how I roll. I like being on fire for enemy buster day. Right now I'm shielded because I'm already done with my attacks. I'm not looking to engage anymore. I'm just making this fun video so that way I can kind of show you a little bit more about enemy buster day, letting you know it's okay to burn a little bit, how to set up your attacks. If you are lower level, you want to go ahead and attack from afar. If the opponent looks like it's around your range, you can come up close, but make sure that you keep an eye on the health bar, and that way you can keep your troops as guarded as possible, so that way you don't burn them out. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, leave any comments. I'll be posting more videos about this game as the game progresses to give you more insight and hopefully encourage some players who have not engaged in enemy buster day to go out there and give it a shot. One thing I would suggest or kind of give a tip to is just keep an eye on your troops. Go to your battles and see if you're losing a lot of troops. If your troops are dying more than you're killing them, you want to kind of like keep some on reserve, so that way you have troops that'll last throughout the day. So if you're under attack, just use that versus teleport, get out of there, and put yourself in a safer space. That way you don't ruin yourself for the rest of the day, so you don't cut yourself short. My first few enemy busters, I was out of the fight within the first 5 minutes. So just keep an eye on your opponent, how strong they are, and if you're losing troops, just keep an eye on them. You spend all week building out your ground, so you want to consider that to at least have some cover for the rest of the day, so you can come back and continue scoring. So thanks for watching.